Hi, how's it going? Are you an aspiring teacher who wanted to work in the United States? Then this video is for you. Today's content is about H1B cap and Cap-Exempt. We all know that H1B is better than J1, but there is what we call H1B cap. What is this, and how can we be exempted from this? So stay tuned as we go through the said topic. Alright, so H1B cap. It means that every year there will only be 65,000 H1B applicants that will be considered as employees for every year. So around 65,000. That's a regular cap. And within that 65,000, we would minus 6,800 for Chile and Singapore because they have relationship and agreement with US. Hence, there will only be 58,200 cup for all the applicants. What does it mean? It means that if there are 500,000 registrants or applicants for this year, there will only be 58,200 which will be selected and which will be given an H1B visa. So that's how hard it is. Or in a simple term, there will be a lottery, or we will be randomly selected by the computer. Though it's a good thing that H1B has a dual intent, where we can be or we can have a green card, but not all will be given that opportunity. There will only be 65,000 minus 6,800, so 58,200 cup for this year. Okay? So what's the process? How can we apply to that cup? So here's the process. To begin with is that your employer or your lawyer will electronically register you. So they will petition for you, and that the first step is to register you. Second, if there will be registrants already, or if the applicants were registered already, then there will be, or the registrants or registrations will be selected randomly. That's what I've said. If 500,000, there will only be 58,200 that will be selected, because excluding the Singapore and Chile, which do have a reserve. And after you are selected, or after the selection process, we would wait for a minimum of 14 calendar days. So the registrants are registered, or the applicants are registered, then it will be randomly selected, and after 14 days we will know, or the employer or the lawyer will know, if you are selected. They will see that result. So this is the important timeline we need to consider. In February 21st, petitioners and registrants can begin creating H1B registrant accounts at noon. So they can start the online registration, and in March 1 it will open. So that's the beginning of online registration, March 1. And in March 20, the registration closes at 5 p.m. So the initial registration starts in March 1st and ends in March 20. And after March, or in March 31st, the USCIS will notify the selected registrants. That's what I've told you. So, example, in March 1, there will, up to March 20, there will be 500,000 who will register, and then in March 31st, the 65,000 will be chosen, or will be selected. And that 65,000, or if not all 65,000, then those who are selected will now have the opportunity to be registered on April 1st. So those only that are selected in the random or in the lottery have the chance to file for a petition in the USCIS. So the question is there a chance for those who are not yet selected? Yes, there will be, because this is just an initial lottery. That means if there are only few who registers, then the 65,000 cup is not yet filled, then there will be another lottery. Okay, so that's the case. So please take note of these timeline. So if we can already apply online, then you can check your status in March 31st. It will either be all of course all registrants will have a status of submitted if they submitted, but there will be, this is the crucial status, either you are selected, that's B, and not selected. That means if you are selected, you are chosen in the lottery. If not selected, you are not chosen in the lottery, or denied if you have papers or documents that are not valid. And fifth, there will also be a status called invalidated failed payment. That means you did not pay the $10 for registration, online registration. So these are the CAP status, and the most important is the word selected. So if you're selected, then on April 1st till June 31st, you can file, or your employer can file in behalf of you in the USCIS. Okay, so that's the H1B cap. So that's the sad thing about H1B. But there's a good thing on the other hand, which is what we call H1B Cap-Exempt. Who are the Cap-Exempt employers? That means if your employers are Cap-Exempt, automatic, the applicant will be exempted in the lottery. If you are, the employer has the sufficient evidences, then that's a good news for the applicant. So who are cap exempted? First are those applicants in Guam and CNMI. These are still territories based on the law of US. Guam is under US territory and CNMI. So if you are hired in these places on December 31st, then you are cap exempt as a first thing. Second, the cap exempt are the first 20,000 US master degree or higher applicants or registrants. What does it mean? It means that if there are applicants who have a master degree in US universities, then the first 20,000 will be cap exempt, or they will not go through the lottery. The first 20,000 only. So that means if 20,000 and one, that one person will go through the lottery in the 65,000. So the first 20,000 only will be cap exempt. That means there will be 65,000 in the lottery, another 20,000 cap exempt master's degree, US master's degree, so 85,000. Okay, so 85,000 cap all in all, including the US master's degree cap. Okay, so that's the second cap exempt applicants. Third, employer can also be cap exempted if they have first a higher educational institution. That means if your employer is in the university, or you applied in the university, for sure it is cap exempt. Second, If your employer or your school that you are applying is a non-profit entity related to or affiliated with a higher educational institution, thus they are cap exempt. What are the non-profit? Example, the Christian schools or religious schools. And if that religious school is connected to a university, then they will be cap exempt. Thank God I'm one of it. Mine is a Christian school, at the same time connected to a university. Third, the employer can also be cap exempt if it's a non-profit research organization. So these are the cap exempt employers, and the applicants will be cap exempted as well if they're under these categories. So that's a good news if you will if your employer can or will be cap exempted. Okay, so that's the thing, and that's one way we can be happier for this kind of process. All right, so I think that's it. Thank you so much. If you have comments or suggestion, you can comment below, and if you have further questions, you can contact me on my Facebook, William Lusada Aranas Jr. I would be happy to help and assist you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, and God bless you.